Hey guys, this is Chase. This is going to be a That Guy with the Gloves action figure custom. Now, as we all know, Mick Foley did not re-sign his Legends contract, so all of his action figures got pulled. Even the Hall of Fame series, Cactus Jack, that was slated to come out late last year, early this year. So I was really sad about that. So that pretty much just put the nail in the coffin, at least for right now, for a Dude Love figure made by Mattel. I was not going to be okay with that. Dude Love is actually kind of my least favorite of Mick Foley's personas, but it's still high up there as a figure I wanted. I mean, I absolutely loved his debut, and I thought his brief little heel run with Stone Cold Steve Austin when they were feuding over the title, I thought that was pretty cool. And even though he is my least favorite, I don't think Dude Love gets enough attention or enough recognition for, just being something Mick Foley wanted to do. I truly love the gimmick. I think it's awesome. So, what went into the custom figure? The head is from the Elite 17 Mankind. The body is the Amazon exclusive Elite Mankind. Found one online for about $15 without the head. It's a little scratched up too, and I'll get into more detail of that when I show off the hand. And the boots here are from the Elite Series 12 Alberto Del Rio. So I finally opened up the package from that just to get the boots. So the first accessory we have that I gave the Dudester are a pair of sunglasses, and they fit pretty easily just right into those little slits in his hair. Now these ones they're not how Mattel actually makes them. I cut off the ends on them because I have like 4 or 5 pairs of these sunglasses. Ringside was selling them for like 25 cents, so I picked up a bunch. These I cut off because they look better on my Biker Undertaker, but I just wanted to throw them on the Dudester so you guys could see them with a pair of sunglasses. I should probably use like the Ringside Collectible Shawn Michaels sunglasses or ones with like, the circular frames, but those ones work really well. Now up here, I sculpted on a headband. I thought about maybe like dremeling off all of this hair, but then I was going to lose that effect with the glasses. So I decided to leave the hair alone and just permanently mold on a headband. I didn't want to wrap one around his head just because I thought that would look too big and kind of stupid. And on the back here, I sculpted on the ends of them. So I think that turned out really well. I'm really happy with that. Tie-dye is not something I wanted to try painting, so I just try to get it to look as close as possible. I try to do as many little layers or little washes as I felt like doing to, pretty much my satisfaction. Overall, I'm really happy with how the headband turned out. Now the shirt here, this was a bit of a process. I got this shirt in a trade with Dylan_WWE_figures_ on Instagram. He's been a big help to me over the last couple of years. He's been giving me some heads for customs and stuff like that, and he's been a really cool kid. I appreciate having him as a fan of the show. So yeah, we traded this Dude Love shirt, and it was a long time coming. He told me he had one a long time ago but couldn't find it, and then just a couple weeks ago he told me, damn, there it is. He found it. So we worked out a trade. I got the shirt from him. Now, unfortunately, because it came from a Jax figure, the shirt was really, really big, and it really kind of, it's kind of hard to say, but it just was too big for the Dudester here, so I had to do some modifications. First thing I did was I actually cut bigger holes here in the sleeves, and I cut off an end going down here, because on the inside of the shirt, it's got those like little flaps. See if you could see it better on this side. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, there's those little flaps, and they go on the inside, so I had to cut off one section of them, and then I super glued the end of the shirt onto the flap. And I cut off about maybe this much of the shirt, like it came down to here on Dude Love. So I cut off that much of it, maybe a little bit more actually, and then I just cut in some tassels, and I think that looks pretty damn good. Or some fringe. Tassels, fringe, I never know what the difference is, but I guess fringe is what I would say for this, because Ultimate Warrior wore tassels, so this would be fringe. And the super glue is holding on there pretty well. It's kind of hard to see, it doesn't stand out too much, and it's been, like I said, pretty durable, so it's a lot like the Mankind shirts or the Cactus Jack shirt. Looks a little bit more closer in scale to it now. There was some scuff marks on the front, so I had to go through and kind of add a layer of paint on the yellow parts of the dude. I did add in blue and some red down here, and I just added a little bit more here and there. On the back of the shirt, this is where I did the most amount of paint work. You see I added in all this stuff down here, added some more darker tones on the red, added the same blue going around here. And the back of the shirt was completely blank. It was all yellow. So I added in this kind of, again, the blue tie-dye looking stuff. And to me, it kind of looked almost like an explosion. So it was pretty easy to paint. And I went ahead and added the font on there to say, "Ow, have mercy." That was a lot of fun to paint. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So the hands here, these were really fun. I really liked how this one came out with his little mandible claw part on here. You can see some versions of Dude Love, he didn't have this on, but when he debuted, he did have a tie-dye mandible claw. And I just thought that was really cool, so I decided to keep it and paint one up for him. And I'm really happy with how that turned out. Now, like I said, because I got it from eBay, the hand was really messed up, so I'm still probably going to smooth it out and repaint the skin tone on here, but for now I'm happy with it. This arm got a little love too, if you know what I mean. So I painted on dude's drawn-on tattoo there. I did like maybe 2 or 3 just really light coats of red on there, just so that it's not completely solid, because this was like Sharpie or, just like paint that he rubbed on his arm. And I tried to make it look somewhat messy, but not too messy. And then I added in the love font up there. It's a little bit high. I probably should have set it lower, but when I did the bicep rotation, I didn't want the paint to rub off. So I'm happy with where it is. So then I added another wristband down there. Now I did something that I haven't done in a long time for this custom. I used spray paint to base coat the tights, because that Amazon exclusive Mankind had brown tights. So what I did was I took the spray paint that I got at a hobby shop. It's a base white. Just sprayed in there and pretty much everywhere. So it took a couple of coats, but it went on there really, really well. You can kind of see some of it showing through because some of the paint's chipping off on the knees, but it's not too bad. I'm not too worried about it. And then I used some Tester's blue. I forget what shade of blue. I'll write it down here in the comment section or in the annotations. And yeah, just really, really happy with how that turned out. So I got it all going up in there and in there. If one thing I did want it to do was I wanted to paint the under part of Dude Love black, because right above his tights, he always had kind of like a black singlet top, but you're never really going to see up in there, so I just figured that would have been a lost cause, but whatever. Now on his tights, it says love going down on the right leg, and then dude going down on the left. Traditionally speaking, you think he would have had dude on the right and love on the left, but I looked at pictures and this is accurate, and I'm really, really happy with how the paint turned out. I think I got the letters to look pretty damn crisp. I think they look pretty sharp. They're not too messy. There is a little tiny paint chip up in there, but again, it's in a spot where you're not going to see it too much, so I'm not too worried about it. And the boots here, like I said, they're just Alberto Del Rio's boots. He does have some weird balancing issues with them, though. See, he keeps trying to fall over, and he's perfectly level. So that just kind of sucks. I don't know if it's a problem with the boots or if the shirt is making him do that. I don't know why. Dude Love just does not want to stand on his own 2 feet. You know why? It's because he spends too much time loving the ladies. He just cannot stand himself up anymore. Articulation on the custom. His head can go to the left and to the right. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did actually paint in some blue on the shoulders of the shirt. And I did kind of go over it with some red. The arms rotate all the way around. It's got that. Does have the bicep swivel, all that stuff works really well. Bend in the elbow, rotates at the wrist, and I got the paint in there pretty thin so it doesn't chip away. Real happy about that. He does have the ab crunch. Doesn't work a whole lot because of the shirt. His legs can go out that far. I'm really happy with the articulation on it, despite the paint and the And the shirt does have the upper hip rotation, works pretty damn good. And he does have the bend in the knee, but like I said, he's got some paint chipping away in there, but not too bad. Not worried about it at all. And the boot rotates. It's got the ankle pivot and the bending back and forth. Just wish it was a little tighter so he could stand up easier. Overall, I'm really happy with how my Dude Love custom turned out. I think he's pretty happy too, because he's clearly getting all the chicks. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. And just remember, love each other, and ow, have mercy. This was Chase from Burnout Inc. I'm that guy with the gloves. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can always reach me at thatguywiththegloves@gmail.com. P.O. Box down below. And I'll see you next time. Peace.